Hello
And welcome back
to
Sick
See You
Next
Tuesday.
Oh, that was good.
That was
and
good.
today is Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. What day is the 4th of July this year, Ben?
It's on a Thursday.
Oh, so in 2 days we've got something really exciting coming up.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Happy 4th.
If our outfits didn't give it away to the video viewers.
Yes, I just like this every day personally because I love America.
We're Patriots.
What can we say? I'm an aspiring patriot.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day.
Amen.
I know that you just love to celebrate the day that America
left the Commonwealth.
Yes.
I'm obsessed. I love to be left.
But yeah, so it is the week of the 4th of July. We're a little early here on Tuesday.
We're just eager.
It's never too early to start celebrating America.
I start celebrating on January 1st.
Yes.
And start again on July 5th. It's 365 days, baby.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. But we thought it was apt to watch quite possibly the most American
movie ever made.
That's ever been made. Annabel, what movie is that?
We are watching a sexy little classic called Wet Hot American Summer.
That's the one.
That's the
one.
Yeah.
Yes. Wet Hot American Summer is a satire comedy.
Yeah.
It's from 2001.
Good year.
It was a good
Not
year.
a great year for America, actually.
Wait, when did this come out?
Is this a pre or post 9/11 world?
This was at Sundance.
So pre, right?
So it did come out in January of 2001, and then its official release was in July. July 27th. So we're in the realm.
We're in the realm. We're in the American realm. It's following Pride Month. It's America's month.
So true. It was like all those people that are on Facebook that are like, this is my pride flag. And then it's like the American flag. Just wait a month. Like literally wait a month. And
wait a single month and you'll reclaim your pride.
Literally.
Don't
July
worry.
4th is that. That's
July's my pride month.
Just wait.
Just wait.
30 days.
Wait, 4 days after Pride Month is America's birthday. That's beautiful.
It is. And that's America.
And that's why America's gay.
Yes. That's why Biden is gay.
Is a homosexual.
But no. So Wet Hot American Summer, it's a classic comedy film. And
true.
It, if you couldn't tell, it's an American movie.
It's an all-American movie with pretty much an all-American cast.
It is,
which feels rare.
It is. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody that's not?
I think they're all natives.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's a huge cast.
Insane cast.
Like, it goes crazy. Do you want to just rattle off some of the people in it for those that might not know?
Paul Rudd. Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks.
Janine Garofalo.
Yep.
David Hyde Pierce.
Yep.
Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
Feel free to slide in.
Amy Poehler.
That was actually
Molly
insulting
Shannon.
of me to forget. The Molly Shannon.
Yep. Christopher Maloney.
Yep. I was going to say, there's also a bunch of character actors whose names I'm not super familiar with, but I see them all the time.
Yeah. Michael Ian Black is a big one.
Yep.
Ken Marino, Zach Orth. That's like the big
The guy
ones.
who played the can of vegetables.
Oh, John Benjamin.
Yep.
Yeah, from Bob's Burgers.
Yes. And all of people who, even if they weren't famous at the time, over the years have skyrocketed.
Yes, I was going to say. Now, I don't want to assume, but should I give a brief rundown of this movie?
I think it's your country. You take it away, Ben.
You're right.
I'm
a
guest.
Well, yeah, this is my podcast.
These are your parts.
So the film basically takes place, I think, in the span of a day, right?
Yes. The final day of camp.
Yep. It's the last day of summer camp. They're in Maine. And it focuses mostly on the counselors of this school. Some of them aren't the counselors. Some of them are like the cook and like, but for the most part, it focuses on the counselors. And it's honestly like those Valentine's Day movies, and like there's just every
cast.
counselor, ensemble cast, they've all got their own storylines. And so, you know, just like to give a little bit of like a hint of what some of these storylines are, is like they're putting on a talent show,
a musical.
They're putting on a big old talent show, a theater camp-esque,
very theater camp-esque.
Yes. There's another one of like a counselor is like secretly in love with this one girl who's dating somebody else.
Who's dating Brad the Poehler.
Yeah. And it's very cliche. Everything is very cliche, which is where the satire comes from.
Yes.
It's making fun of, you know, I want to say the 80s. It's set in the 80s, isn't it?
It gives 80s.
I'm pretty sure it's set in the 80s because that's what they're making fun of.
It's like the 80s teen movie coming of age tropes that they're making fun of.
And boy, do they do that.
Do they do that.
But yeah, I mean, just in the grand scheme of things, it's just a bunch of counselors on the last day of summer camp that are we're just seeing them fill out these tropes from these 80s teen movies.
Absolutely.
Yep. And that's it.
That's it.
What makes it American?
Camp.
Summer camp.
Summer camp.
Yep. I'd say like 80s movies too.
I agree.
Because, you know, Annabel and I talked about like what movie represents America.
Represents the United States of America. And it was a big ask. It was a big task that we took on.
Yeah, there's so many movies we could have chosen, and honestly, if you're listening, put in the comments
what we should have done.
What movie you think represents America?
Give us some notes. We're always looking to improve.
I'm sure there's so many movies we could have done, like some of the things that we thought about. American Beauty.
American Psycho.
American Sniper.
American Hustle.
Stop. That would have been good.
That would have killed. American Pie.
That would have been a really good one.
Yeah.
That's very similar to...
Yeah, having sex with a pie is quite American.
Yeah. I'm sure... Why am I blanking on any American movies? American
Graffiti. American Graffiti.
Graffiti. There's another one.
Yeah.
I think that's
The United States of Tara.
Oh my gosh. United States of Leland.
So true.
We could have done that one.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot. American Gangster.
Red, White, and Royal Blue.
American Ultra. Wait. I kid you not. So we obviously did not coordinate these outfits. Just kidding. But when Annabel texted me and said, "Are you wearing red, white, and blue?" I read it as, "Are you wearing red, white, and royal blue?"
You wearing your match?
I was like, we should have done that movie.
We should have done it.
Next year. We'll do red, white, and royal blue too.
You're so right. We have to.
I think
we should have done that for Pride.
We should have done that one for Pride. That would have been great.
You know what? Pride Month will come again.
Technically...
We're still in it when we're recording this. Full disclosure.
It's not July.
Peek behind the curtain. It's not July. It's not Tuesday.
But it is Pride Month, so we could have easily done it.
Oh and my gosh, I feel like Pride Month's all year. What?
American movie we could have done so easily.
What?
Coming to America.
I've never seen.
We could have done Coming to America 1 and 2.
Oh my... There are 2?
There's 2.
What's
the
it about?
One's really recent. It's like Eddie Murphy slapstick comedy of like this guy who is the prince of a country in Africa. runs away to America.
Is it offensive?
I don't remember it being offensive.
Cool. Just checking.
I haven't seen the original in a very long time.
Okay.
So, I mean, it could be.
I think I just swallowed really loudly into the microphone, so I'm really sorry to everyone listening.
I actually didn't hear it, so
perfect.
okay, that we'll find out.
That'd be a little gift in the edit.
Or we could have done American Horror Story.
We so could have done any season. Pick your poison. American Crime Story: The Assassination of Gianni Versace, starring Darren Criss.
Oh yeah. What's the Elliot Page and Catherine Keener movie? It's American. I think it's called An American Crime.
Oh.
It's a true story.
Oh, I love a true story. So is The Assassination of Gianni Versace.
This one's, I mean, I haven't seen that, but
it's about when Versace was shot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've seen, yeah. This one is about that one girl who was her parents were like traveling, and so she dropped her off at her neighbor's house, and her neighbor started abusing her and locked her in a basement, and the siblings would torture her.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun.
That screams
Peters
4th
is
of
in
July.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Evan Peters is obsessed with America.
James Franco's in it.
That tracks for him. He'd do that.
Yeah. But it's a crazy movie. It's really crazy.
Wild.
I think it was a Showtime TV movie.
It sounds it, actually.
Yeah.
But it sounds
it's
incredible.
bomb. Yeah. Highly recommend. But
we're not talking about
American
any
Summer.
of them today.
Nope. We landed on Wet Hot American Summer. Summer camp is the epitome of
100%.
America.
I saw The Parent Trap and I said, I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had it.
And have you ever been to a summer camp, or have you been to like the like grounds of a summer camp?
Never.
Or anything?
Never.
Really? Not
Yeah.
even like. I was gonna say, because when I was in college, so I did go to summer camp. I went to summer camp
Lucky.
maybe 2 years in a row.
That's
when I was
crazy.
in middle school. So much fun.
I'm so jealous.
It's a ball. But and then when I was in college, we would take choir retreats to a summer camp. Mm-hmm. And we would like stay in the cabin like overnight, and we would like spend time and like at the grounds of the summer camp, even though like summer camp wasn't in session.
That's so cute. I mean, I've been to a camp.
Okay.
Like a school camp. And I went to a musical camp, and it was technically on a campground, I guess, but it doesn't look like The Parent Trap. Like, it's not massive. It's tiny.
Yeah.
It's like an hour away from Sydney.
Are you like in the woods? And,
Kind of. There are kangaroos. We're in like the bush. There are kangaroos around, genuinely.
That's so Australian.
Oh no. I went to like Jesus camp in year 11, and it was in the woods, and then
Yeah.
at night we went kangaroo watching, and then went to a disco.
So fun. See, I would call that camp.
Yeah, it was camp adjacent. We made bread over a fire. We boiled sausages over a fire.
That's so fun.
It wasn't.
Oh. Well,
I feel like you would have loved.
that sounds like a ball to me.
Yeah.
The biggest memory I have of camp is friendship bracelets. Which we made together.
We did. Link in description below.
2 years ago, was it?
2 years ago.
That's
Coming
crazy.
up on. Yeah.
My birthday? Was it my birthday?
It was pre your birthday. It was after movie night, so it was
Okay.
August.
It feels like not even a year ago, but it was
To me,
almost 2
it
years
also
ago.
simultaneously feels like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Valid, yeah. But no, yeah, summer camp is just the epitome of America, I feel like.
I agree. I feel like we copy you. We took the American format and we tried to do it, and it just didn't cut it.
I'd love to know the history of summer camp. Like,
Me too. Where did it originate?
did
What if
it?
it's like Swedish?
I just Googled it. Sleepaway camp. Because, yeah.
We don't call it that.
Well, that's another name that we have for it when you would like... Because there's that horror movie.
I was going to say, I've heard it from like American movies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Around the World in Australia.
Oh,
Summer camps are largely non-existent in Australia.
So true. Yeah, it's definitely not a summer thing. It's like a school thing.
It literally says because the summer break, known as the Christmas holidays, only lasts between 6 to 8 weeks.
We were talking about this last night.
Christmas and New Year's. We literally were talking about this last night. The thing that you have are jamborees.
The hell's a jamboree?
Which is a week-long summer camp for Girl Guides and Scouts.
Oh, sure. I wasn't one of them. Shocker.
Yeah. I think that's the closest thing you've got to a summer camp.
I used to think that Girl Scouts were insanely American until I remembered we had Girl Guides.
Girl Guides.
They're exactly the same. They tie knots.
Yeah. I feel like from what I'm reading, it tells me mostly about how this is like a United States thing or a Canada thing.
Oh.
But
when I was at camp, I did someone wrote the Wi-Fi password for Jesus Camp on the bunk bed that I was in, and I snuck my laptop in. You weren't allowed to, but I did.
Nice.
I got into the Wi-Fi and then illegally downloaded the new episode of American Horror Story, which was the premiere of Hotel with Lady Gaga.
Incredible.
So I kind of had an American time while I was there.
So I found it. The first summer camp was in 1861.
Whoa.
In Connecticut.
Of course it was.
Yep.
It gives a little rich boys activity.
It was, in fact, mimicking Native American traditions.
Of course it was.
Which you can't get more American than the Native Americans.
You can't get more American than whitewashing the people who came before you.
Yeah. But that is that's the history.
Wow.
So
that doesn't surprise. I guess. Yeah. Whoa.
It makes sense. It
does make sense.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, that's wild and offensive. That's cool.
Incredible.
I love.
We really took it and ran with it, and I don't think people even know that.
No,
breaking news.
No idea.
Right here.
Oh my god, this is an educational pod.
Yes.
I've learned a
lot. Speaking of learning a lot, there are 2 film debuts that you might not have realized about this movie.
Tell me.
The first one is Kyle Gallner is in this movie.
I need you to elaborate.
So, for those of you who don't know who Kyle Gallner is, he tends to play like crummy boyfriends in like horror movies. I feel like Annabel and I both recently probably watched him in is Dinner in America.
Yep. I love Dinner in America.
And he was
another
in
American film.
Another American film. He was also in American Sniper.
Oh my! He loves America.
Yeah. But he's in this movie. It's his first movie.
Whoa! Where is he? One of the kids?
He is the kid that when they are. I believe it's the scene that they're making out.
I was gonna say, does he make out with Brittany Snow?
No, he is the one who is like perched up on the pier while they're making out, and he has that awful blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
You like straight up pointed him out.
The one that I thought his hair looked CGI'd.
Yeah, that's literally the one. That's Kyle
crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's big.
Absolutely incredible. And it's because he's the one that's telling that his friend is drowning.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
While they're making out. Elizabeth Banks and Paul Rudd.
Yes.
So that's crazy. The other film debut that this movie features is that of Bradley Cooper.
Really?
This is his first movie.
That's crazy. What filmography that man has. What?
Yeah.
I know his first role was in Sex and the City.
That was his first on-screen role, yeah.
Yes. He was one of Carrie's boyfriends.
That was in 2000. And then this was his first film a year later. In 2001. And it came out January.
Happy Pride.
So it was probably around the same time.
Yeah.
that it happened.
Crazy.
Yeah, they filmed in May of 2000. So
wow.
They also filmed in like near Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting close to you.
They really are.
They're edging towards you. Were you there? Were you on set?
I wish I was there. Unfortunately, I was 3.
That's no excuse.
Not even. I was 2. Wait, how old would I have
You were
been?
3.
No, I would have been 2, turning 3 when they were filming, if it was in May.
Oh, in May? In 2000? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was turning 3. Unfortunately, could not make it.
You had a lot going on.
I was busy.
You were booked and busy. It was the year of the Olympics.
Yeah.
In Sydney. A lot was going on. A lot was happening.
But yeah, crazy stuff all around because we love Pennsylvania. Even though it's set in Maine.
Love Pennsylvania. We love The Office.
We love The Office.
We love Scranton.
My mother.
We love Diane.
Yes. But yeah, so I guess we can just talk about we can
talk about whatever we want to talk about because
we can talk about
America's an independent country.
So true. This is a democracy.
Amen.
But I was going to mention how do you feel about satire movies?
I love satire movies.
Okay. I also love satire movies.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always in between. Sometimes a satire movie can really, really suck.
Oh, sometimes it can be dumb. Sometimes it can be stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of just
if you take it too far.
Satire movies out there.
Like Date Movie and like all of those ones.
Oh yeah,
I guess
the ones that really stick out to me are the ones that they really did in the 2000s, like the ones that.
But I'm a cheerleader.
No, not like that. See, that one kills.
Like the bad ones.
Yeah, like the ones I don't enjoy are like the ones that they really hounded that were making fun of specific movies. Like there was like the Narnia one.
Oh my God.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Starving Games.
There's like, the Starving Games, and there's like the Twilight one, Vampire Suck or something.
Vampire Suck was big.
Yeah, like I have such vivid memories of watching these movies.
Yeah.
But
I watched we both watched the 2 Hunger Games ones, right?
Yes.
There's like
there was like Cat Piss. There's the Hungry Games.
Hungry Games and the Starving Games.
Yeah. But then there's like the scary movies, which I think are incredible. I love the scary movies.
I remember as a child, I made my mom turn it off because I was terrified of Michael Jackson.
Oh my God.
I was ahead of my time.
You just had a sense.
My intuition was unmatched, as it should be, because I was a child and I was at risk.
And then there's also like Not Another Teen Movie.
I love Not Another Teen Movie.
I know, right? I love Not Another Teen Movie.
That has one of the funniest scenes in cinematic history.
Wait, which one?
The one where she like paints this terrible portrait of her mom, and then Chris Evans is like, "You've got your mother's eyes."
So good.
Funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's so good. That movie is so funny.
So good. Donna lost her little mind. She loves that one.
It's a great movie. So like good. Satire movies are really hit or miss for me.
I totally agree. I think this does have like elements of stupid humor, but overall, I'd say it's kind of one of on the smarter end of a satire.
I'd say it's not as openly. There are moments where it is, but overall it's not as openly a satirical movie.
Yeah,
I feel like you can essentially cut out a few scenes and it's just a comedy. I'm not gonna lie,
I don't think I totally picked up the first time I watched it. I don't think I totally picked up it was a satire.
I probably didn't either, honestly.
Yeah, because it didn't occur to me that everyone was older than they were playing.
Yeah.
Because as a child, I just thought everyone who was older than me was old.
That's true. Although
didn't clock that they were taking heroin.
I was gonna say that scene is
I love that scene.
It's so funny and
so funny.
It's really like one of the most like that's satire. Like this is why we're here for the satire. It's so good. For those who haven't seen the movie, they go on like an outing outside of the camp. And
for like I want to say 15 minutes.
It starts out as like
it's before 11 a.m.
We're having a fun day out like in
we're like shopping.
And then they start drinking and doing heroin and cocaine. And
like you think that they're gonna like smoke a joint, and they literally like start shooting up and having withdrawals.
Yeah,
and then they come back to the camp and they're like, "Whoa, what a great day! What a great morning!"
So incredible.
So good.
Funny, and in
montage as well.
Yes, which you cannot get anything better than.
I love a teen movie montage, and I love a parody of a teen movie montage.
And it's like the cast really like makes this movie, I think.
100%. That's another thing with some satires, like, no, I'm not going to diss nobodies. I'm a nobody. But you've got like random ass people who aren't always good who can tank it. But if everyone in it kills, fun, elevates it.
That's like, I mean, she was essentially not super famous at the time, but like Anna Faris and like.
Yeah.
The way she made the scary movies, and like those movies are nothing without her almost.
100%. They catapulted her, she catapulted them.
It's true. But like, yeah, these people absolutely slaughter in this movie.
So good.
So funny.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite character?
Ooh. I actually don't know. Do you have a favorite character?
I do. Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Wait. I don't know.
My all-time favorite character, and it was always this every time I watch it, it's Molly Shannon.
Okay, yeah.
Molly Shannon plays like a 30-some-year-old woman.
I had a little feeling you were going to say Molly Shannon.
She is unbelievably funny. She had just recently gone through a divorce with her husband, and she is trauma dumping
on these like 6-year-olds.
These like 6 to 8-year-old children, and they're coaching her.
They're consoling her and giving her advice.
How to deal with her divorce. It's so good.
It's incredible. I love Molly Shannon.
And Molly Shannon, she was born for the role. She's so funny.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite character. Easily.
I don't know who my favorite character is. I really don't.
That's really boring, but that's okay.
I'm not going to say Elizabeth Banks because she in fact doesn't have a character.
She is like, but that's the thing, is she's playing that stereotypical
the like sexualized, doesn't have a personality, girl, yeah. Is there to make out.
There to make out, there to take off her clothes, there to look hot. That's 100%. What she's there for.
Well, that's all you remembered.
And that's literally all I remembered about the movie is that Elizabeth Banks does.
We were nearing a scene, and Ben was like, "She takes her clothes off." I'm like, "I'm glad that stuck with you."
That's what I remembered from the last time I watched it.
I mean, it is called Wet Hot American Summer, surely.
You can't get much hotter than making out and taking your clothes off.
Amen. And actually,
I mean, it's hot out.
It's hot out. What are you to do? One of the things I really like about this movie is that it's not remotely hot. Like, all of the makeouts are disgusting.
Yeah.
So it's just parodying over sexualized content in like teen movies and stuff. The tongue is revolting.
Well, if we're gonna call it a wet hot American summer, something about this movie is when they were filming. They were filming in May.
Okay, so nearing summer.
Something about May is it's also spring. And I believe that I'm not entirely sure on exactly how many days, but it rained for like more than 70% of the shoot.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. 23 out of 28 days during this filming, it rained. So
that's got to be swampy.
That's where we got that wet hot from.
Oh yeah. And also everyone in this movie was so wet.
Yeah.
Like moistened to the gods.
Ew, the word moistened is worse than moist. Okay, but tell me I'm
wrong.
You're so right. But it's that glistening skin. It's that hot sun.
It's that hot summer sun.
I don't know why they couldn't just wait to film it.
Yeah, why did they have to use that 28-day block?
because this is also where they filmed was quite north in Pennsylvania. And the more north you get in Pennsylvania, you're going to probably be up in the mountains. And it was very cold when they were filming that there are moments in this movie where you can see their breath.
Oh, I thought you were going to say breasts.
That too.
Nipples out.
Nipples and breath.
Hard as a rock.
But I'm just like, so it's already, you're in middle of May. Like, why couldn't you just wait a month? I'm sure there were logistics of scheduling and everything.
I was also going to say, no one's that famous. What have they got on? Bradley Cooper's champing at the bit for a gig.
That's what I'm saying is like, was Amy Poehler, when was she on SNL?
She was on SNL around that time, but I feel like this might be just before that.
She joined in 2001, so this was a year before.
Yeah. So everyone was available.
Yeah, I don't understand what we were doing, but I mean, you know what?
If they had you at the helm, if you had pulled your socks up at 3 years old, got onto that set, and worked out some of the logistics, so much could have been solved. I blame you personally.
Calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? They still made a great movie, so
that's true.
It was also something, a little fun fact is Paul Rudd does not think he was ever paid for this movie.
Really?
He said that the budget and the staff,
I knew that the budget was so tiny.
Yeah, it was so small that he thinks they genuinely did not pay his salary for the movie.
That's so funny.
Which I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah. See, okay, I just read what the budget was. And we've had this conversation before. So their budget was $1.8 million.
This is But I'm a Cheerleader all over again.
Like, that's a lot of money.
If someone gave me $1.8 million and said make a movie, I'd be like, what?
I'm like we said, none of these people are super famous at this point in time, so they're not having that.
Yeah, they're not going to have an insane money demand. Their contract's not going to be crazy, so that's not where the budget went.
So, I mean, they had a pretty big budget.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I guess they had to spend a lot of money to make the can of vegetables talk. That's where it
cost
went.
The most money. Yeah, those effects.
Yeah. Post-production was exponentially expensive.
Possibly. I don't know, because it did only make a solid $295,000 at the box office.
Really?
Yeah.
Part of me is kind of shocked it got cinematic release.
I feel, but I mean, like back in the day, like what it was that.
Where else was it going to be released? Yeah.
Or it was on TV, which.
Not making TV.
This isn't going on TV, and it's not going to have I'm not going to immediately go to get this on VHS. So, I mean, it makes sense that it was released in film, but I also I can imagine seeing this one in theaters.
I would love to, personally.
That'd be so sick, yeah.
I can imagine seeing it at, an Angelica.
Some sort of, small indie theater that is going to play those low-budget
yes
movies.
And Dundee Newtown for my Australian fans.
This is the American episode.
Oh, I take it back. Australians, get off. Yeah. You're not welcome. But good luck getting a visa.
I mean, as we can imagine, this movie was panned by critics.
Yeah.
I don't think I see a world where people loved this movie.
Neither do I, especially in 2001.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely one of the movies that gains that cult following over time.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, clearly no one saw it at the time.
I was going to say, clearly it did also because of our follow-ups that we got from it.
Absolutely. The two Netflix series.
You know a lot more about that than I do.
I was talking about them a lot while we were watching, just because they're insane. They're quite frankly off the rails. They were also panned by critics, which I kind of get more, but I did love them. But things go nuts. Like, the government gets involved. The can of vegetables, tries to chase after someone on a waterfall. Elizabeth Banks is an undercover cop. Like, it's wild.
Explain what they are, too.
Who are?
So what those...
Oh, yes. Okay. So at the end of this movie, at the beginning, they're like, in 10 years from now, we're going to meet on this day at 9 a.m. and we're going to reunite. And so I think the first miniseries is like Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. And then the second one that they made 3 or 4 years after that is a prequel for what everyone was doing like the summer before that. That everyone is in their 50s playing like 16, which is so funny and unhinged. And it gets insane.
It feels like it's just a bunch of friends being like, I'm gonna make a movie with everybody I love.
100%. They're all famous. They're all rich. Netflix will let them do whatever they want. And I loved it, personally.
I haven't seen them.
It's insane.
I feel like I should. I might watch
My dad watched it with me and he hadn't seen the movie. He loved, but he had no idea what was going on.
Has he still not seen the movie?
I don't know, actually. Alistair, if you're watching, sound off in the comments below. Have you seen Wet Hot American Summer? And if not, has this podcast changed your mind?
We need to know.
We need to know.
Bradley
Bradley Cooper is also replaced with Adam Scott.
He is in the first day of camp one.
Yes, the prequel.
But he's not in the other one.
Yeah.
I would love, now that I've just like recently rewatched Wet Hot American Summer, I feel like I can see myself getting into...
I also want to revisit the series because I had not seen the movie for ages when I watched the TV series and I was quite confused.
So now that we've gotten a nice... refresh, we can definitely watch it again. Oh, I'm reading here Lake Bell's in them.
Yes.
Kristen Wiig, Chris Pine.
Oh, everyone under the sun makes a cameo.
See, that's why I'm saying
John Ellie.
They're making... Annabel, this is a podcast to talk about people who are important.
Shut your mouth, Ben. Get out of here.
Dax Shepard.
Yes. Is Kristen Bell in it?
So, I don't think so. She's not in the 10 years later. However, I was reading that this is Kristen Bell's favorite movie.
Really?
Yes.
That reads for her.
It reads for her, but now I'm like very disappointed that why is Dax Shepard in this movie and Kristen Bell's not?
Can you imagine your husband being in the franchise of your favorite movie? I'd be out of there.
I wonder if she was maybe offered it and
she turned it down?
I
don't see a world in which she would.
But like 2017, Kristen Bell is like...
She's popping off.
This is post-Frozen. And like...
Is she Good Placing at this point?
Good Place definitely... It
was around then.
Would have been around then. It was 2016, so she was Good Placing for one of them at least.
But she was Good Placing for Netflix. You'd think they could have cut a deal.
I think they could have cut her a deal.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'd be just upset. Unless he like brought her on set maybe and like got to watch or something. I don't know.
I don't care. No.
But
I get to watch my husband do what I want to do. That's cool.
Literally my dream.
Yeah, great. No. Marriage is over.
I do love that this is her favorite movie because it reads so much for her.
It really does. And I like that mentally I put her in it because I think she deserves to be there just as for Kristen.
This would be something that she's in, especially in like around this time, like 2015.
Yeah.
Like oh my gosh, Michael Cera.
Yeah. Everyone in the world is in it.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And the Amy Poehler, I actually thought that Amy Poehler was in the original movie more than she was because she features way more heavily in the TV show.
I love that.
And the little theater campy scenes are so funny. They really just like elevate them.
I was going to say that's the other besides Molly Shannon, my favorite like storyline is,
I agree,
is putting together the talent show.
I think that is my favorite storyline, and I want it to be expanded. And it in fact was in the 2023 classic theater camp.
Except instead of Bradley Cooper and Amy Poehler, we got Molly Gordon and Ben Platt.
And I don't need there to be any derogatory tone implied there.
There's no tone. I'm silent.
Cool.
And
as you should be.
Happy for them.
Me too.
But genuinely, this is theater camp. Like, it's 100% theater camp.
Yeah.
Didn't realize they like stole the plot.
Okay, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, character-wise, I feel like they kind of did.
No.
Like,
Ben Platt is straight in theater camp. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not even what I mean. I mean, like, the personalities of Bradley Cooper. You know, people are characters beyond their sexual orientation, Annabelle.
I'm going to have to disagree.
Homophobic.
I'm going to have to... Yeah, Pride Month's over,
Pride Month?
Pride Month's on its way out. Homophobia reigns, baby.
Give it a few days and then...
On America's birthday, I think I'm entitled to be a little homophobic.
Don't worry, everybody else has that same notion.
I'm gunning for a green card, so I'm just trying to assimilate.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But no, like, yeah, speaking of 4th of July.
Yes.
Annabelle, you're not American.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
I don't know if the listeners could tell or if you're new here, if you could notice.
Yep. I am a foreigner.
However, you have, in fact, celebrated the 4th of July in America how many times?
Once. Twice.
Was it just
twice?
I thought it was twice.
Twice. Last year. I forgot.
Yeah.
I watched Legally Blonde last year. It went crazy.
I thought you celebrated twice.
Yes.
That's another, I feel just like an American movie, even though it's not really, because the 4th of July is celebrated during it.
And also Jennifer Coolidge talks about the 4th of July.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Real bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
But how would you describe your 4th of July experiences in America?
Yeah. The first time wore red, white, and blue. Was very excited.
That's so... I was going to say, I celebrated your first 4th of July with you.
100% you did. We'd known each other for a red hot, what, like
6
1.5 weeks?
Oh,
at the time.
I was like, now. Yeah.
Now we know we've known each other for 6 years, but at the time.
Yeah, it would have been a good, like, 2
week
weeks,
and a half.
probably.
Yeah.
Week and a half. Yeah.
Actually, was the 4th of July a Tuesday?
Speaking, I don't know, but...
Yes.
Today is the day that we became friends on Facebook.
Oh my god, happy Facebook friendiversary.
I was going to send it to you, but the only way they let me do it was if I shared it to my timeline, and I was like, I'm not doing
Share
that.
it. What, you're embarrassed?
I don't want people to know.
Fair enough. Wait, why did it take so long?
I know, it took us like a week to be added as friends on Facebook.
Well, maybe we just needed to go see Waitress to solidify it.
That's what, it was the walk home.
I think so.
But, yes. So, no, describe your 4th of July. Like, what else did you do?
What do you mean, Ben?
I'm just talking about 4th of July in general.
I mean, I don't think I've done anything super American on the 4th of July, to be honest. Like, I haven't gone to, like, a Six Flags. I haven't gone to a barbecue. You
watched the fireworks in New York City.
Last year, we did, yes. Kind of. I can't remember what the hell I did during the day. It wasn't remotely American. And then afterwards, we watched Legally Blonde and stood on our tiny balcony and saw the fireworks at 9 p.m. from afar.
Well, 6 years ago, we watched the fireworks on the rooftop.
We did do that. That was more American.
I do not remember what we did during the day.
We went to Max Branner.
Was that day? The fact that you remember this is absolutely crazy to me.
Oh, I remember. We went to Max Branner and then we went to Dylan's Candy Shop.
I mean, I remember doing that. I just had no idea that was that day.
I remember what I was wearing. It tipped me off.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But what I found really funny about that is that not anymore because it's gone out of business, but Australia is littered with Max Brenners.
Really?
Like, that is the place that we'd go after school sometimes to get hot chocolate. Like, everyone would go there in the school holidays. And then it became so unpopular that it shut down because everyone got over it. So when we went there on the 4th of July in Times Square, and it was like a big deal, I was like, on this American holiday, I'm going somewhere I've been my entire life.
So they're like mostly shut down in Australia though?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so sad.
There's still like an out of business storefront near Broadway Shopping Center that I pass all the time.
So sad.
Yeah.
Well, they were doing that to celebrate you.
You're so right.
That's why we went.
That's so beautiful. The thing,
I remember going, but I remember Alex was like...
Alex was so eager.
Yeah. She was
Alex Cordero, shout out.
She was so into it, I remember.
I remember she was like, I found this place. It's a chocolate cafe near Union Square. Max Brenner. And I was like, oh, Max Brenner. Yeah.
She was like so excited
She was like, there's one in New York. I was like, yeah, there's 40 in Sydney.
I had never heard of it.
It's
so
fine.
I was just going along for the ride.
I got pizza. That's American.
That's Italian. There's like no real American food.
Hot dogs.
That's German.
Meatloaf.
Oh.
Cornbread.
Okay, meatloaf and cornbread. Because meatloaf might be an American food.
There are more American foods than there are Australian foods. We literally don't have a single one.
Kangaroo burgers.
Yeah, we slaughter our native animals.
Meatloaf is German.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
However, like America sort of
Americanized
changed it.
Yeah, they've got to
by using scrapple.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is German.
Cool.
I feel like cornbread, anything corn to me is related to the Native Americans.
Yeah.
So
again, stolen.
I personally think that it's probably an American because
chili.
Like chili, I was gonna say chili's also something that is. Oh, would you look at that? Cornbread is a cuisine of the Native Americans.
Wow, there you go. I love cornbread.
So that's like, I was gonna say, whenever I think of anything to be chili is actually Mexican.
Cool.
But whenever I think of anything American, I tend to look at the Native American foods to see if that's probably the origin we got. Yeah, but very few foods are American. We steal too. We steal just as much as you do.
Whoa, so disappointing.
We've stolen to the point that
burgers.
I was just gonna say Hamburg.
Cool.
Like Germany. It literally is in the name.
Yep.
But like we've stolen it to the point where like burgers and fries and hot dogs are like people think that they're American
foods and
well
cinnamon toast crunch.
Okay, you're on to something.
Yeah.
That's American.
I love cinnamon toast crunch.
But yeah, so I guess like I think of like a picnic oh, cookies. Where are cookies from?
They've got to be American, right?
You think?
I think so. Or like French or something. I don't know.
I was gonna say I'd feel like they're gonna be like a pastry or something that like European. Came from like Europe.
You guys really don't have anything. That's so sad.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're from Persia.
I think it's like Perth.
Basically from Iran.
Okay.
They were invented in 7th century AD.
Oh, cool. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
So we've been eating cookies for eternity.
We have been eating cookies for so long.
That's wild. Wait,
I
AD.
Would love...
We're currently in AD, correct?
We're currently in AD, yes.
And it's 2024.
Yes.
So
this was 7th century. We're in the
21st century.
Oh, wait. Yeah, 21st, because it's one ahead. So that would have been like 600.
Whoa. So what's 2024 take away 600?
1400 about.
It's a lot of years to be eating cookies.
That's a lot. You know what? Okay, I'm giving this to the pod and I'm giving this to you, Annabelle.
All right.
YouTube video idea.
Oh.
The original recipe for a cookie.
That's so good. Oh my god. When's Persian Independence Day?
We can watch The Prince of Persia.
Watch The Prince of Persia and make the 7th century AD cookie.
Persia is now Iran.
Okay. The way I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew both of them separately. Didn't know they were together.
Iranian Islamic Republic Day is on April Fools.
Oh, okay. Well, April 1st, 2025.
We will watch the Prince of Persia movie.
Watch this space.
That movie is so racist.
I don't know if I've seen it.
So we talked about it.
I was going to say, I know who's in it.
Yeah, because Gemma Arterton and Jake Gyllenhaal play...
My king and queen of color.
Yeah. These two people that are supposed to be people of color. So clearly... It's
held up.
It's meant to be watched on the Iranian Islamic Republic Day.
Incredible. Save the date. Save
the date, baby.
Save the date.
But no, I'll literally look up the recipe for the original cookie.
That's
and I'll
such
send
a good idea.
I feel like that's right up your alley.
You're so right. I can unfortunately famously not make a cookie to save my life. Like, it's so weird. Every time I've tried, they just turn out stupid.
This has to be so different. Like, this has got to be such a different cookie.
It's like the exact same recipe for an American chocolate chip cookie.
I literally lose
That
my
would be
mind.
wild.
It's just like a Levain cookie that you end up cooking.
They use a packet mix.
Yeah. But no, in terms of what we have for 4th of July, because what usually happens in my family
yes.
We tend to, everyone we know is having cookouts. So like we're having these massive like barbecue parties with ton of food, usually like a fire, like a campfire.
Cute. And do you make like s'mores?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
I think we have, sometimes we don't always, and then we'll watch fireworks.
That's so cute.
No matter where you go, you can probably find fireworks. Like my small tiny town puts out fireworks. But then
super cute.
Also like our neighboring town puts out fireworks, and like our family would put off fireworks. So we just watch the fireworks. But the food that we would eat would tend to be, burgers and hot dogs. And another thing, I feel like this is American. All of the salads, like pasta salad,
macaroni salad,
all of that. I feel like that's American.
The salads that aren't actually salads, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Salad meaning mayonnaise.
Yes.
Is really what that means.
Yes.
Or like Italian dressing. That's like the staple of
macaroni salad has gotta be American.
Oh, I love
grilled cheese.
Salad.
Is that American?
Oh, that's gotta be American, right? Be American. I have macaroni salad in my fridge as we speak.
Oh my god, is it from Diane?
It is from Diane.
You lucky little dog.
And it's amazing. It's so good. Oh my god, grilled cheese.
French?
It is... No, it's actually English.
Okay. Well, Lord's sandwich is English.
But it became popular in the U.S. from the Great Depression.
Cool. Well, yeah, if I were depressed, I feel like I could make that meal.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a good old grilled cheese.
Yeah, 2 slices of bread and a slice of cheese.
Exactly. It can't get any better than this.
I agree.
But what was the other one that we had mentioned?
Macaroni salad?
Macaroni salad.
It's gotta be.
They don't even call grilled cheese in the UK.
Well, we called them cheese toasties.
That's what they call them, yeah. So, macaroni salad... I got really scared. I don't know where it's from.
Maybe it's a Thomas Family original.
It's giving me, let me go to pasta salad, because that's like basically the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that's Italian.
I was going to say pasta salad I feel probably wouldn't be.
But like, I feel like...
Macaroni salad I hadn't heard of until you.
But So in my head, it's like, okay, we're taking an Italian thing, pasta,
and Americanizing,
and we're Americanizing it.
Yeah, it's giving Olive Garden.
So
breadsticks.
Yeah,
They're probably
it's
Italian.
actually it's from Italian Jewish culture.
Oh,
actually.
Okay.
Which that's interesting.
Baked ziti, is that American?
There's no way baked ziti is American. That's got to be Italian.
We don't have it.
But I feel like it's either Italian or it's like
Italian
New
American.
York.
Yeah.
Baked ziti. I feel like I hate baked ziti personally.
I don't think I've had it. Clammy gets it a lot whenever we go
Italian.
to an Italian place. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like fully American dishes are hard to come by.
That's
what
wild.
I've learned.
jambalaya.
That's a really good question.
Well, I remember I wrote it down in that game that we played,
yeah,
and
because
it
it's
wasn't
like
accepted.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
It's from the United States.
There we go. I would like to go back and give me a point in that game.
Well, we were doing like
International foods.
wasn't it? Yeah, international foods, and you were playing it in the United States.
Okay.
So that's not.
I
really
think until I'm a citizen, I'm allowed to play it.
I mean, but if you're physically present in the United States, that's not international at that point.
My heart will always be.
Oh my God, don't
With
even
my heart.
finish that sentence. So I'm here reading some other traditional American cuisine. Some of these I don't believe.
Okay.
Because like somebody's saying, oh, deep dish pizza. Okay, but that's pizza, which is from Italy, and it's just an alternate
It's an
version of
appropriation.
pizza.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy. Now I believe that.
Oh, we don't
might
have
be
biscuits.
American.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, our biscuits are not.
They're kind of scones.
They're like yeah, it's a United States dish. So
There we
biscuits
go.
and gravy.
Grits.
Buffalo wings.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
is
wings are really
American.
American. Yeah. My dad got wings at every place we went to when he was in America.
Cheesesteak is another
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Lobster rolls.
Oh.
So
That makes
I
sense.
guess we have. See, America's so big that
Yeah.
like these things are like so like lobster rolls are obviously like Northwest, like that's like
Yeah.
or Northeast. That's like Maine. Like that's what you're gonna get up there.
Gives Maine. Yeah.
And cheesesteak is Philly, and like jambalaya is Louisiana, like down the bayou. So like we have so many different cultures in one place that it's like hard to consider it American.
This is kind of a love letter to America and its diversity and its cultural inclusion.
And here we are trying to like get rid of immigration and we were built on it.
I personally am for immigration. I'm for immigrants coming to America. Let us in.
I was gonna say, would you like to give like a statement to anybody that's watching that might have an effect on your citizenship?
Hi, Joe. I've had the pleasure and honor and privilege of living in your country for about 5 years now, and I would love to continue living there. I feel like it can be a really symbiotic relationship. As we just discussed, you're very big on cultural inclusion, and I can bring my culture to you and live in the luxury of your beautiful, beautiful country.
You heard it here first.
I love America.
All right.
A pledge of allegiance to the flag.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, cool. Is it the citizenship test?
It's not the citizenship test, but it's sort of some basic American history questions.
Jesus.
For you. If you want to be an American citizen, you gotta know these things.
Okay, sick. Thank you for not telling me and not allowing me to study. Great.
I couldn't let you study. Anyways, what city was the first capital city of the United States? Oh my gosh, I just hit my microphone. I'm so sorry.
City was the first. Boston is a state. Is it a state? No,
So-
Massachusetts is the state.
Okay, so I am on a website that I'm like, is this true?
Philadelphia.
The first capital under the Constitution of the United States was New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, there you go. I thought Boston Tea Party.
Oh yeah, no, that just happened in Boston.
It did, yeah. Damn it.
Okay.
Wait, so that's kind of powerful that I'm living in the capital. The original capital.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah.
Wow.
So this is sort of like a, I don't think this is necessarily true, but this is something that a lot of people say is, where did the Pilgrims land in America? This is sort of like the answer is something that you learn in school here, but I don't think it's necessarily true because I don't think we actually knew.
Oregon.
Now, Oregon was not part of the 13 colonies. It was on the other side. The answer was Plymouth Rock.
Oh, I knew that. It's in the song Anything Goes.
I was going to say, a lot of the stuff comes from musicals, so I feel like you could know.
Damn it. I'm really disappointed I knew that one.
What did Paul Revere shout on his midnight ride in 1775?
Hi-ho.
Oh my gosh.
The British are
The
coming.
British are coming.
Yes! I said it.
Yes, good job.
Thank you.
Okay. What were the names of Columbus's ships?
The Mayflower.
That's one of them. No, just kidding. That's not one of them. That's what the Pilgrims came in on.
Well, that's the only ship I know.
There's 3.
Can you give me a hint? Have I heard of them?
2 of them kind of rhyme. Not really, but kind of. I feel like you would have heard of them.
Can you give me another hint?
One of them kind of sounds like a bean, but not quite.
Ah. Hickpea.
It's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Quite truly never heard of any of them.
So, oh gosh, some of these questions I'm like, that's so not really gonna be.
I've got 1 of 4 so far. That's pretty good.
No, I feel like that's
And
pretty good.
I should have known Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock is like a big one, yeah. That's
if you said
that,
what happened at Plymouth Rock, maybe I would have got it.
Well, that's sort of giving you the answer in the question, kind of.
Yeah, I love that.
What battle is considered the turning point of the American Revolution?
1776.
No. It's the Battle of blank.
Independence.
This is a hard one. I feel like you might not get it.
The Battle of Civil War.
It's the Battle of Saratoga.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Kind of some hard questions there. Name the founding father who was the leader of the Sons of Liberty.
George Washington.
No, but this is a good one. I feel like you would know this.
Alexander Hamilton.
It's Samuel Adams.
What? Who's that?
Who's Samuel Adams?
I don't know.
Samuel Adams has a beer named after him.
Oh, well, I don't drink beer, Ben. That feels targeted.
But he was just a politician. I don't think he was a founding father. I don't think he was ever president or anything.
I've
but
never heard of him, sadly.
He's a famous little boy.
I've heard of John Adams.
And then, do you know what was supposed to be the bird of the United States?
The hawk.
No, I mean, you know what the bird is.
The eagle.
Yes, the bald eagle.
Sure. I'm not shaming him for that.
Benjamin Franklin wanted it to be a different bird. And do you know what bird that is?
The pigeon.
That'd be sick as hell if
right?
it was the
They're
pigeon.
everywhere.
It's the turkey.
Oh. Oh, that's cute. Like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and said we just kill him.
Yeah.
And my last question for you.
Yes.
Can you name the 13 original colonies?
Plymouth Rock. No.
Can
I get a hint?
most of them are just states.
Okay. Pennsylvania.
That's one.
New York.
That's another.
Boston.
That's not a state.
Massachusetts.
That's another.
Connecticut.
Yes.
Okay, it's feeling easty.
You're killing.
Maryland.
That's another.
How many have I got? 5?
You've got 5.
New Jersey.
That's another.
Oh, okay. What's around there? Maine.
I don't think Maine was one of them. No.
Okay. Are they all around there?
You're in the right area.
Okay. Virginia.
That's another.
Washington.
As in Washington, D.C.?
No.
As in Washington State?
Yeah.
That's on the other side of the country, unfortunately.
I did know that. Okay, I'm gonna come back.
You're only missing 5.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Delaware.
That's another.
I'm just thinking of the states that I drive to on the way to you, and then the states that we drive to on the way to your parents.
Yeah.
DC?
No, DC was not.
I thought that was like formed. North Carolina.
There you go. There's 10.
Oh, okay.
You're missing 3.
I'm only missing 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, 13. I rounded to 15. Can I have a hint?
You kind of named one already.
South Carolina?
There's another one.
Two
more to go.
Two more. Not Ohio.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. No, I've already done that.
You said that, yeah.
I've done that.
So I do want to say that in the Massachusetts colony province was Maine. So it was involved in that.
Okay. Thank you. I'm struggling.
So the 2 you're missing, one is a little more north, and one is a little more south.
Okay. Minnesota.
That's not on the East Coast.
Yes, right. What's up there?
There's one state that you're missing. It's a small state, but I don't remember. Okay, I might have been counting wrong. I was gonna say I don't think you said Rhode Island either, but that is one.
Love.
So now there's 2. So
okay.
I must have miscounted.
Maybe it's because I said Maine.
Maybe. But there's 2 more. One's south, one's north. One's a really small state.
That's why I picked
one's
Rhode
not
Island.
Small. Well, it's bigger than Rhode Island, but
okay. What's a small state? Have I been there?
I'm not sure. I've been there.
Oh, cool. Great. What does it start with?
It starts with the same first word of the state that you lived in.
New Hampshire.
Yes. New Hampshire. Okay, 1 left.
And it's down?
It's down, yeah.
Have I been there?
I don't think so.
Have you been there?
I have been there.
Florida.
Not quite. Not that far south.
Okay, I'll go back up. I was just dipping. I was seeing. I was testing the waters.
Yeah, you're close though. You're really close.
Yeah.
You're touching it. You're touching it.
Oh, I don't know. Wait, what does it start with?
Yeah, your last one starts with a G.
Is it Georgia?
How did you know that? Correct.
Thank you so much.
Which literally means that you're a citizen of the United States.
Thank you. And you have the power to grant that, actually.
I do. I'm sending over your green card. Let me fill it out first, and then I'll send it over.
Perfect. And it's wild that you've had the power this whole time.
I needed to see you earn it. You had to earn it.
I didn't want to be a Nepo green card holder.
Exactly, and I just couldn't hand it out. So
thank you. I appreciate the tough love.
Yeah.
And ultimately now I feel vindicated in winning it. So thank you. I won America.
Here. Yeah, everybody else, if you need anything, hit me up.
He's got it all on lock.
But I feel like we can wrap up 4th of July here.
I feel like it's time to...
I feel like, yeah. We've had a pretty solid 4th of July here.
Absolutely. It's been a lovely celebration over here.
It has. We learned about American food culture.
We learned about Plymouth Rock.
I was going to say we learned about some American history.
Absolutely we did. We learned about the commercial and critical flop that was Wet Hot American Summer.
And we learned that Annabel and I look amazing in red, white, and blue.
Absolutely. Well, you learned that because we already knew that.
Yeah. So I hope you guys have an amazing 4th of July. Eat a bunch of hot dogs.
Down some hot dogs. Pop some fireworks.
And absolutely go bonkers to party in the USA.
Absolutely. We should have just done a podcast on that music video.
That's literally enough. That's all we need.
All we need are our dreams and a cardigan.
So true. And a DJ bumping our favorite tune.
I love when a Britney song's on.
That's all we need.
All we need.
So have the best time, and we'll see you next week.
We will, and we will in fact see you next
Tuesday.
Sick.
Sick. Bye.
Sick. Bye.